Cool. All right. So now we have to establish which one's which. So are you okay with me putting this electrical tape just
Yeah, it'll be
lightly
fine.
tacked to your truck?
That's right. Come over here. You can see her.
So if I go
Need the light?
here, I'm good.
Yep, you're above it.
Okay.
You need somebody to hold the flashlight on?
1A.
Here comes the sun, doobie-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, doobie-doo-boo. It's alright. Well, you sure what time we went to bed last night? 1 o'clock. As I, my personal recorder has just told me, checking it. 1 o'clock's what time we went to bed. I fell asleep pretty quick, and I only woke up once. And I was awake for a little bit because, my God, it sounded like something was throwing rocks at the vehicles. And I don't even know what time that was.
I did not check.
This voice from the ether keeps answering questions that I asked to the camera.
And remember, acorns.
Acorns. But I think it did. It sounded, because you would hear skips. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. I tell you what, man, that stuff good. It is gorgeous out here today. So, gonna get looking forward to a bright sunny day. Ha cha 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 cha. I got the truck fired up, warming up, charging up, and yeah, we're gonna have some fun now that it's not raining cats and dogs and or Yetis or however you want to say it. We endured. We are true Bigfooters now. Lessons learned from yesterday. I think the biggest one was like, wow, you get some kind of crap like we had for the last couple of days that farms just will not penetrate the woods. So,
Same with the fog.
what's that?
Same with the fog.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't think it's they penetrate. The heat just does not penetrate from the source to the farm, so it just does not work well. I probably need to do a little camera maintenance this morning and clean things up. I'm gonna break out the new M3, see how that works out with the GoPro. Hopefully that'd be super cool. And yeah, we're gonna make history today. So since I've started this journey, I've been lucky enough to meet some really quality individuals. And of all those individuals, there's a handful that stand out. They don't get a whole lot of recognition. In fact, they don't seek it. Jonathan Rafferty is one of those guys. Top tier. Doesn't really seek the limelight. He goes out there. He's looking for answers. He's not looking for a show. And he's been one of the best people that I've spent time out in the field with. He would definitely be, if I were to put together a team, his name would be number one at the top of the list, to go out and search for Sasquatch or any cryptid. He brings the know-how, he brings the equipment, and he's at the ready. Take fingerprints, take DNA, you name it. He's well read, and this is the guy to have on your team. I've been lucky enough and fortunate enough to meet skilled woodsmen like himself. Um, but that calibration, that caliber, is truly a rarity. And I've met maybe just one other person that uh, would come close to Jonathan, uh, in their love for the outdoors, their willingness to be out there. Um, but I don't think that person uh, has the scientific know-how to capture things quite as detailed as Jonathan does. Definitely would love to have both those individuals on a team. Uh, and if I were to put together the greats to me out there in the field, Jonathan is top of the list. Brent Dill, Matt Larson, Alex Pitikoff, Brian and Chewy, Max Powers, BF Bud and Angie, um, Mike, and just so many really top-notch individuals, and each one of them brings something separate to the table. And Jonathan brings it all, and that's the rarity of him. Friday morning, it's close to noon, and Jonathan is out gathering his recorders. Would have liked to done a hike up to the lakes. It's really ain't that far. I just don't think the way my leg's been acting, going cross country is a great idea. So we are packered up, and we will probably transition over to Buck Mountain here after Jonathan comes back, and or we'll figure out what we're doing. Jonathan's been a great host.
He has.
This is a great site. Yes, Jonathan
all your
is.
favorite snacks. He made a pizza run for us.
He is a class act.
He really, really is.
I'm
sorry that the weather worked against his plans.
Yeah, the weather was terrible. My
It was a gem.
even just walking around a little bit that I've done. Well, we did a good walk last night, but that was only half a mile.
Out and back. I mean, it was over a mile.
Yeah.
Round trip, but
And
God
I had
knows how many miles he roamed on his own in the wee hours last night.
and I had a knee lock up yesterday. So
What happens when you get the 50-ish folks out in the woods?
you got Baron von Watkins over there.
He's also gimping.
He's also giving. Yeah, the guys on this trip are gimping and on.
Gimp Club. Overlapping with the car alarm club.
What's that?
Overlapping with the car alarm club.
Yeah, overlapping of the car alarm club.
That.
You wait, before this weekend's over, there will be one more car alarm.
Yep. I believe that. Wouldn't it be great for Coles? Love to inaugurate him.
Yes, somehow we must steal Cole's keys and set off his car alarm.
Yep.
It would be nice to. There's a lot of territory here. Okay, I know you haven't seen very much. You just seen where we walked up around that hill. The road walk we did yesterday.
Lots of ridges, lots of gullies.
Lots of ridges.
Drop ins.
I'm walking around on wellies. Large part because all the rain yesterday. We're decorated an early American pine needle.
Yeah, it rained so hard it splashed dirt and pine needles
Up.
2.5 feet up. Everything.
Yep.
Everything.
But you know, you're not really a squatcher.
Well, as you pointed out, this is the first hard rain we've had while squatching, so.
Well, we learned a lot. We learned a lot about the thermals, you know, and how they are not the, you know, in situationals, they are not the most defining thing.
We did some tests in the fog last night, too.
Yeah.
See how far you could go before people became an indistinguishable blob and how the colors shift on the readings. That was interesting. I'd never seen really that before, where I'm focusing on something 20 feet away. As soon as I caught a flash of something close, it just washed it all out. You know what I mean? So as soon as I got you in frame, that thing down there is gone. It's just white. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I understand why it does it, but I'd never seen it do it before. So that was, yeah, we learned a lot about the equipment.
And if you're wondering, you know, why the audio, I haven't broken out the microphones and everything yet. It's just 2 days of rain. I don't know, I'm just slow on it. We're packed up, ready to move, so you see what Jonathan, when he comes back, he went out after his audio recorders that he had out last night.
And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, as you predicted, he stopped back up at his campsite and pack it up too.
Well, if he needs help before, I mean, we can, we can, what do they call them guys in India? Sherpas. We can Sherpa it out.
Yep.
We can load a couple 100 pounds on the back of Baron.
Yep. He's a powerhouse.
He's a powerhouse. He's small but mighty.
Small but mighty, damn it.
He's a mighty dog. I've had fun.
Yeah.
You know.
We learned that we can, in fact, sleep in the front seats of the truck.
Yes, that was a new experience. Did wake up last night. I have no idea what was ricocheting off that truck. Unless it was sticks or pine cones or something. Every now and then last night, you just hear ka-thunk, 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 ka-thunk. It was loud enough to where I woke up.
I heard pings and rattles. You know, like you said, something tumbling down the hood or something like that. And keep in mind, it wasn't raining last night, and it was kind of eerily quiet, which is why every drop on the top of that cab was like zinging through my nervous system.
It was.
And the trees were still dripping a fair amount, but it wasn't like, you know, the night before it was just white noise, just rain. Rain all night.
It was super quiet last night.
Yes, it was. Like I said, for those first 10 minutes or so until I dozed off, every time there was a ping, it was like electric shock through my system because it was so quiet after 24 straight hours of rain.
Like I said, I'm not really able to move that well right now. And I did fall down yesterday on that hand, which that hurt like hell.
When did you do that?
I did that when I went that way.
Oh.
Coming back, trying to get over a log. And
oh, your finger, your left hand.
my left hand.
Oh.
Left hand stopped me. That screamed. Didn't like it.
Ali?
But it does appear like I'm starting to be able to bend that hand more. Don't have great flexibility in it, but
Gotta keep using it.
gotta keep using it.
Instead of just wandering around with your fingers sticking out.
Yep.
Work it.
Work it, baby.
Work it, baby. You got this.
Yeah. I gotta be just like Grass back when he was an underwear model and work it down the runway.
Time I know when he watches this, he'll roll his eyes.
Oh, Grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel it from here. Ripples through time.
You want to? Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's one person on the internet, or whatever, in this group that I would like to meet the most. It would be Grass. It's like, oh, so you're the guy giving me all the shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Could be. Yes, there is a lot of shit talking.
Is that?
There is a lot of shit talking. Yes. Totally good natured. Absolutely.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, the battery box, usually the battery box is half drained by day 2. I think we've only broken it out once.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot, too, because that's a lot of battery in that box.
Yep, all we found out is one little battery to run the GoPro last night.
Yeah.
That's it.
We would like to get somewhere, get camp proper set up so I can sit there and clean lenses and get ready for the next. No, I don't know. The Adirondacks have a lot of stories to them.
Oh,
But once again, here we are. I've been sitting here waiting to see a deer or a bear, a porcupine,
yeah, I've never seen a porcupine.
a coyote, or a raccoon.
Eyeballs.
We haven't seen a whole lot of animal life. Turkey, haven't seen turkey.
Haven't heard turkey yet.
There's turkey right there.
I moved his bed for him.
Oh, thank you. Is that good stuff?
He was laying in the dirt in the sunbeam. I said, okay, Beach. I'll move better.
Sticky dad's a little dusty.
But that goes back to the saying, find the food, find the beast. Only thing we saw.
Lots of speakers.
What's that?
Lots of speakers.
Oh, the mice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of mice. Saw a couple.
Surprised how loud this thing was.
I'm pretty sure those were deer last night that we saw. Those were both those signatures were moving.
And rectangular.
Rectangular, and how they disappeared on us.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
and there were so many trunks in between us. And there's still a lot of foliage up too. It's not like there's still lots of undergrowth.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff as soon as they get 5 layers in, they're gone. It's all blocked. Of course, yeah, we're still fighting the fog last night too. So.
Tracks. I couldn't find anything. I crossed my own tracks because I used compass mode on with the Onyx tracker and stayed right on myself. The first time I came down, I realized I came down the wrong one. I came down my down instead of my up.
Gotcha.
So I went back up and started at the recorder and then came back down. And I mean, I didn't want to waste a ton of time because I get rid of the vet and everything. But I mean, finding my own tracks there, crossing them a couple of times, are so vague even in the rain. Like, if I didn't know I walked through there, I was trying to use that to gauge what a bigger track would be. It's so vague that if I didn't know I walked through there, I would have just passed it up as just a regular dent in the ground for whatever reason. I did find disturbance in the leaves. I could see where they were kicked up and kicked up going that way, kicked up going the other, where something came through. Couldn't tell the direction, but there was deer tracks in it too, and it was right next to a half-assed deer runway. And there's deer droppings in the trackway. I didn't find anything screaming Bigfoot, but I also, I could spend all day on that mountain doing 1,000,001 things, trying to look for hair and, wrap a carpet shield around my torso and my arms and zigzag through the woods up there and try to pull hair and stuff off everything or whatever, but Oh, I brought my fingerprint kit and stuff down here.
Oh,
we can
okay.
pull
Cool.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
That's so much
Yeah, I
harder
didn't
to
capture
see in the
that.
daylight. Last night it stood out like crazy with that light on it.
Yeah.
But man,
so yeah, ever since we come back from PA the other day, I noticed, I don't know if the camera will catch it or not, but it looks like handprint right there and up there. And I got to remember, I had the oil changed and had it washed before we went to PA. PA, we had a moment one night, and then I might have had it washed it once in the pressure wash, and I remember coming out and going, boy, that pressure washer did a shitty ass job. Then we got a robot washer by us.
There could be, you know, all sorts of human DNA in it. So, I mean, although I'll wear a mask and gloves and everything just to not recontaminate, just to keep proper etiquette,
Well, we were all breathing on it and touching around it last night anyway.
leaning
So
over it and everything.
yeah,
But once
you
you
know,
said it went through the
it's
car
gonna
wash,
be,
it's
it's
been
just
there
gonna
for
be
a
to
few
document the pattern.
Yeah, well, still, either way, I mean, DNA's come a long ways if they can get through the first step, okay? Because I have the sterile swabs and I have sterile sample tubes.
Well, don't be surprised if you pull my DNA, because, like, you know, when I looked at it, I'm like, what the hell is that?
And that's perfectly fine because they've come so far that they can separate one from the other. I mean, so in other words, say this goes off the Darby Orcut and they start analyzing it and they find something in there that's not just human. They'll take it a step further. They'll never be able to confirm that it was absolutely 100% Sasquatch because
we don't have
it's been
anything.
contaminated.
Right.
But it's still valuable data because every other bit of data that's in that is great for comparison to other samples if and as they come across.
Right, and they don't
And the
have
other thing that got me
DNA
about it was,
Sasquatch sample to compare it to either.
Yeah,
So,
if that's sebum, if that's that white substance that Doug is saying
it doesn't want to come
that
off
it
stuff.
don't come off, if that is what that's there, then there should be stuff in that matches up what they're finding. And if those two match, it don't matter if your DNA's in it. We got what we can get out of it, and
What-
that is there's more sebum.
What caught me was the fact that, okay, and here's my dermal ridges, right? They are nowhere near the size of the dermal ridges on that.
I don't have a micrometer like to measure that. I mean, I'll get one at some point, but there's a guy on I've actually got to get a hold. I told him that I would get a hold of him. I told him I watch all your videos first, and then I'll call and ask questions because he's a forensic investigator amongst 70 other billion other things. His channel is called Bigfoot Forensics.
Yep.
Go ahead, click on it, sub up. He's a new guy. He was brought in from who kind of is you hang out with. I don't know if I can think of it. I'll say it. But either way, his whole ordeal is to just bring veteran professional forensic work to the Bigfoot community.
Cool.
Much like Steve Calls, right? Same line of work. And this guy
Or Mike.
He's in all sorts of associations. He's been in a whole bunch of different levels of forensic science and law work and everything else like that. So he's starting from the bottom up with his videos. Where to get your gloves, what gloves to get, what thickness they should be, how to put on 2 pairs of gloves, how to get them out of the box, how to not contaminate, and then collect, and then store, and then get it to be processed. He does an excellent job, and I was actually pretty proud of myself for the fact that, you know, I had a lot of his main points I was doing finally doing right. It all started when I found that slobber up there, and I had latex gloves, but they were so thin that when you went to go put them on, they'd rip and tear apart. And like, I had a mask and the gloves, but when I watched the video, I'm like, oh, you just touched your White sweat.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
How many things does he do wrong in this one?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Well, it
but
takes practice like
that's
everything else.
just it,
Yeah.
right? Hey, I'm not going to get a degree in forensic science. I'm trying to collect Bigfoot evidence.
Some kind of fingerprint. It actually looked like a thumbprint, and then
You could
right
really
there in
see it
front.
last night with your light on it.
Yeah, and then up there, a little bit further up, and I did touch it
Somewhere up there.
because I was like, "What the hell is that?" And then when I looked at it again, I realized it had dermal ridges in it, and I was like, "Okay, let's not mess with it."
Yeah, you could really see it last night. I don't know if we hit it with the light,
Well,
if you
take
could see it
probably
again.
if I grab the mega beam
Yeah.
flashlight, you can see it. You grab it out the truck.
Because I was shocked at how well we could see it last night.
Because that's usually how
Yeah.
these things go.
Can't tell if you can see it. Oh, no. Yeah, it's better. Yeah. There we go. It's better.
There we go. Got the sunlight now.
So, in looking at it,
Hold on. Let's do oblique. There we go. There we go.
so in looking at it, I mean, you can see the ridges right there on the outside. You know, super sticky. And I couldn't figure out, in this one up here, you know, what it was.
Electrical tape just
Yeah, it'll be
lightly
fine.
tacked to your truck.
That's right. Come over here, you can see her.
So if I go
You need the light?
here, I'm good.
Yep, you're above it.
Okay.
You need somebody to hold the flashlight on?
1A. And then
Power light's back in the, there you go.
this one for 1B.
Gotcha.
And then I need IR a picture of each.
Really, want to put the light on it so you can pick up?
There it is. Just do one more. Just in case. Now we'll do this one. Okay. It's a little off kilter. That one was good. They're good. These aren't the ones that matter for analyzing. They're just established that the same markings are with 1A, 1B.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, you want to do the sebum samples first, and then we'll do the dusting. Wait a minute. Okay, there's a good question. If I take the swab first, I'm gonna mess up dermal ridges for the pole. The pole gets dusted, pulled, doesn't take the sebum up.
Well, which one has the better ridges in it?
It takes your it takes a print of what's going on up because you're putting the powder on it.
Okay.
So I'm very confident. I know that if we swab it first, we're not going to get a good pull. We're going
Gotcha.
to mess it all up with water.
Well, this one has good ridges. Does the one back there have ridges in it too? And I say the one without the ridges, take the swab from.
Or I think he's saying he can probably dust them first, pull out the ridges, and then
Yeah,
still get
I'm
a sebum sample from what's left.
Yeah, I'm almost talking
Yeah.
myself right into almost.
Yep.
Very confident that that's what we got to do.
Okay.
Okay, so I just want to take
Yeah, it's getting down.
this These set it over that. Bill, can you? Well, hold on.
Oh, people's making noise. Can we get us that light again, Bill?
What's that?
So we can see them? The light. Nice people. Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause there's some stuff down in here. Who knows what, like, all of it is, but I think we
Yep.
got it
Well,
covered.
there's a couple fingers. That's a full finger.
Yeah, look at that stuff right there, man.
Full
Yeah.
finger there. There's a middle.
Yeah.
And possibly a third.
I don't forget, I put my finger under there.
Yeah, but you were way like over here.
Yeah, but I did brush against it.
Yeah.
So.
Now he said what we saw was just the fingerprints. The fingerprint powder shows the whole length of the finger.
Oh no.
Yeah. Which we did not even see last night. Super cool.
I should have brought my glasses.
Ooh, that was me.
Looks like we might have somebody incoming.
Oh well. I'll just tell them.
I don't know.
Yep.
Just tell them the guy was messing with the truck and ran off into the woods.
He may have been carrying a bloody axe. Just saying.
I think he's got a camp nearby.
Okay, make sure I got the card. We are 1A, 1A card.
Ooh.
You cannot hold it right now.
Okay, it decided that's where it was going. Pulled it right up, like right over the 1A. It's like static electricity.
Yeah, it was jumped.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'll tell you could probably just wrap it around the card,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, there's still stuff there. There's a fingerprint there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got a little bug in there. In there. Safe to touch now.
Cool.
Here's 1A.
Oh, beautiful one right there, up by the 1A.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got fingerprints at home from right here. I got them off my window, and I had something on the running board chrome portion of my running board on my Chevy, and they're pretty interesting.
That is cool.
Okay, next is 1B.
That shit is, but it's kind of thick, isn't it?
It is right in there, yeah. Good right there. You know these finger dents in your truck. But we got the prints. Okay.
We're just looking at all the blue speckles in the paint.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Very nice.
Okay. Oh wow, yeah.
So
That
it's
thing's
just that
freaking
spot, right?
Yep.
'Cause we don't need everything, so I'm gonna try to
Correct.
cut some of this. Oops.
Well, you know, it's fine. So,
Oh, yeah.
That thing's freaking huge.
it is.
Is it just me, or is there dermal ridges in there way larger than human beings?
Mm-hmm.
I am not at liberty to make that judgment call.
Okay. Does it look like there's...
I decline to speculate.
Yes. Do I even know two very smart sounding words to sound intelligent there? I don't. Not really sure, dude.
I mean,
Give it the old
they look
Adirondacker.
bitter than me, right? Bigger than me.
Well, you know, I mean, what they're going to do, if I'm not mistaken, is they'll take a micrometer and they'll measure the distance between each, and you know, they'll do their magic, you know. I mean, that's
Are they
it's all
swirls?
twirled and everything else like that. I mean, to me, it almost looks as if that something went,
Well, that might have, like
Like
I
that.
said, that could have been me.
could have been. Who knows? But either way, it's still really good practice here, and there's dermal ridges on it, so you can't discount something because of a maybe. You gotta put the science to it and let the qualified individuals make that determination. And luckily nowadays they're, you know, they're funded, and you know, like Darby Orcutt from North Carolina. If you, okay, like that's twice now I thought that cut that. They're taking samples. If it's a sample that's unknown, and it's nothing, just you send him an email. He'll get back to you on an email first and take it from there. Give him the basic just about, probably send some photographs. If they feel that that should go the next step, then he'll do a consultation with you and tell you this is what you need. Well, I think they send you what they want you to put it in with directions, like if you're going to send in a stool sample for colon cancer or something. It's kind of like a package like that, and then you put it together, send it in to them, and from what I've heard, you know, they can't guarantee you when they're gonna get back to you about the results, but they've made a promise that you will get results. And they said if they, you know, they have different levels of the process, and if they go through the first level and it's determined that no, this is nothing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then they'll get a hold of you and say, you know, this is why we didn't go any further.
That's
But
fine.
if it's interesting and they find stuff that they feel we should move further, they said, you know, really they have the professionals where the sky's the limit. They'll go right into the nuclear DNA and they'll go the full stretch. So our job is to find something that's has some interest and could possibly be and is not explainable. We don't know the origin.
No.
You're not 100% sure, and you were in an area where something with dermal ridges put fingerprints on your truck.
Cool.
There's a good chance that might qualify. Whoops, don't take those off. We're not done. All right, so we have.
You got the line?
Probably wasn't supposed to touch anything above there, but I only touched right here. Hello there, little miniature bee. It's like, what you doing?
Now, when you're done there, I want the rest of the truck done.
Right on. Right on.
That's detailing, man. I'll
Yes,
tell you.
that's detailing.
It's loosening it up, though. It is. Which, you know what? It kind of signifies to me that it's not pine pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only thing I can get pine pitch to disappear with is butter. Water
Really?
doesn't. Yeah, if you get pine pitch all over your hands, just go get a stick of butter and take a quarter stick of butter and lather your hands right up and then go wash it right off.
Good pro tip.
Alright.
So there's one.
Woo. That's 1A.
Yes.
That's 1A. So this will actually be the first time I've ever swabbed anything. I've done the fingerprints, but I've never swabbed nothing. Pull a little further and get down below here because I think you're supposed to grab it below that line, which I didn't on the other one, but I did not touch that swab, so
Yep.
I think we're good with that. We used a cap of water on 1A. So let's try no water with 1B real quick, see like what we can get, if it does anything. It doesn't.
No. Okay.
It's not doing anything. Yeah, you can physically see, but leaving fibers of the cotton on it.
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely gonna need water.
There you go.
So I'm gonna pour it on there because if I stick it in there and there is
yeah.
one,
was
it would get mixed with the
contaminated.
other.
Yep. Now, can you see it? I can see it from here, but can you see it? I was talking to Jonathan, but okay.
Oh yeah, I can. Yes, I can. I can see it. Ooh, gloves getting watered up. Whoa, fine cone.
Yeah, it's definitely coming off now.
Yep. 1B. We just pulled that from 1B. Okay, those are in there now. Secondary samples are going to be very weak because we got a lot of it, but it's okay.
All right, I gotta change batteries here.
Okay.
And I can take a couple more of these and I seal the side, but the one that's written on there. Okay, throw this. Oh, it is 1B. I thought I put 1A on that. I'm like,
Nope,
no.
nope. You were good.
All right, 1A, 1A, 1A. It's a lot easier because the samples are already sealed, so. Well, I'll tell you, this is a job where you would need to have a lot of patience. You know, sit down and think it all through and make sure that step's thoroughly done, and then think about the next step, and then do that step, and then make sure that's done. Because you can do all this work and then right at the end just make some really silly mistake and like have to redo all this. Oh my good sakes. And then can you even get a redo? I mean, if you contaminate your sample.
Then again, lots of practice. I just do it so many times, becomes second nature.
Yes. Oh, just take and put a couple of these on here just to.
Oh.
That's the truck.
Yeah. Here he is.
Completed. Ooh,
Toot,
put the
toot,
cap on that, huh?
toot.
What did I do with
There it is.
Dog's eating that.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'll help them clean up. I'm on my way to the trash. Okay.
All set.
Yep. And then who?
I don't know where those fingerprints came from. What I do know is that the vehicle was in for service. It could have been something on the mechanic's hand. Um, it could have been from really several different sources. It could have came from, maybe a passerby at work. But, I'll keep you posted. We'll see how this goes, and I'll do updates. Uh, we got to be realistic, though. There's only, I would say less than a 1% chance, maybe like a 0.05% chance that this goes on to be something of interest. But the practice, the being prepared, and execution parts of doing this work, because this took a good 2.5, 3 hours to do. It doesn't look like it, but along with all the paperwork and everything that goes with the envelope with the evidence, it takes some time. And you've got to put in your practice hours if you're hoping to be successful in this. And don't pass up opportunities. I don't know where the fingerprints originated from. They look much larger than mine. But I have met some people over the years, and though I wear large gloves, I've shaken hands with them, and my hands have disappeared. In fact, I have a cousin that I swear up and down has bear paws for hands. I didn't think anybody could have hands that huge, but he does. So once again, keep you posted, and we'll see you down the road.